It was a warm Saturday afternoon at the bustling city park, fountains gushing, children laughing, dogs barking, and the scent of roasted peanuts and cut grass in the air. Among the crowd was Allison, a well-dressed, middle-aged white woman who clutched her designer handbag tightly as she walked toward its empty bench. Her blonde hair was immaculately styled, and her eyes scanned her surroundings with a subtle air of someone always on guard. As she sat down, her 6-year-old daughter, Emily, ran ahead toward the playground, squealing with joy. Allison smiled softly, but soon tensed up again as a figure entered her peripheral vision. A black teenage boy, tall, lean, wearing a hoodie and worn-out sneakers, took a seat on the other end of the bench. He had no phone in hand, no earbuds in his ears, just sat there quietly, watching the kids play. Allison felt it instantly, that reflexive urge, fueled by years of subconscious conditioning and media-fed fear. She slowly slid her handbag across her lap, securing the zipper with a tight pull. She even glanced at him sideways, a hint of suspicion in her narrowed eyes. He noticed. Of course he did. They always noticed. The boy, whose name was Malik, didn't flinch. He was used to it. Malik had come to the park to clear his mind, a straight A student who'd recently been accepted to a top-tier university. He had dreams of becoming a pediatrician. That morning, he had volunteered at a community health clinic. That afternoon, he just wanted to sit somewhere peaceful and remember that despite how the world saw him, he was worth something. As Allison's eyes darted to him again, Malik looked ahead, pretending not to notice. The air between them was thick with unspoken judgment. Suddenly, a scream shattered the stillness. "Emily!" Allison leapt to her feet, her heart dropping into her stomach. She couldn't see her daughter anywhere on the playground. Parents turned toward the shriek. Children froze mid-play. Then someone shouted, "There, near the pond." Allison ran. Her heels pounded the pavement. And Malik, he was faster. He had seen the small figure of the little girl, tottering near the edge of the pond. In an instant, she slipped. And before the horrified crowd could even react, Malik had thrown off his hoodie and dove into the water. The pond was deeper than it looked, murky, cold. But he didn't hesitate. Allison reached the edge just as Malik surfaced, coughing, cradling Emily in his arms. Her daughter was sobbing, scared but alive, and wet. He handed her gently to Allison, who collapsed to her knees, pulling Emily into her embrace. "Are you okay? Baby, are you okay?" she cried, tears streaming down her face. Malik stood there soaked to the bone, chest heaving, water dripping from his hair and clothes. For a moment, Allison couldn't look him in the eyes. Guilt swelled like a storm inside her. Shame, gratitude, and a realization that knocked the breath out of her. She had judged him, assumed the worst, clutched her purse like he was a threat. But here he was, the boy she was afraid of, saving her daughter's life without a second thought. "I'm sorry," she finally whispered, her voice cracking. Malik gave a small, quiet smile. "Just glad she's okay." As he turned to walk away, a man in the crowd, filming the entire event, called out, "Hey, young man, what's your name?" Malik turned modestly. "Malik Carter." The name soon exploded online. Within hours, local news picked up the story. Then, national networks. The headline trended everywhere. "Teen hero saves little girl from drowning." But more powerful than the headline was the video of the mother who once clutched her purse, in fear now holding her daughter, and sobbing in the arms of the boy who saved her. Days later, Allison contacted Malik. She didn't just want to say thank you. She wanted to do more. She started a scholarship fund in his name, invited him to speak at her daughter's school. They became friends. Her perspective forever changed. Sometimes it takes a moment of crisis to crack open the armor of our assumptions. Sometimes we must be humbled before we truly see people, not by the color of their skin or the clothes they wear, but by the content of their heart. And Malik, he went on to medical school, just as he dreamed. But he never forgot that day in the park, because on that day, he didn't just save a life, he changed one. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, like, comment, and subscribe. For more powerful real-life stories, turn on the notification bell so you never miss what's coming next. See you in the next video.